Welcome to this video. My name is Jonny Bradley. I'm founder of the SellerProAcademy. And in today's video, I'm going to be giving you a tutorial about how to start selling on Amazon in 2021 as a complete beginner. And even if we can add that in there with just one product. Every year ago, I do a video just like this. So let's get into it straight away. First of all, we're going to be doing a massive giveaway. This is the biggest giveaway I've ever done. So you'll be able to have the chance to win a full scholarship to the SellerProAcademy, which is my Amazon FBA training program. It's helped so many people start and build their own successful Amazon businesses. So one lucky person is going to be able to get a full scholarship to the Academy, so complete free pass, but also I'm going to be giving you £1,000 in cash so you can put that towards your business. So really just an incredible freebie for this video. So how do you take part in this? How do you put yourself forward? Of course, only one person can win. So how are we going to choose that? Okay, so to win SellerProAcademy and the £1,000 cash. First of all, you've got to watch the full video. Make sure you actually watch the video. That really helps. That means that YouTube go, oh, this must be a great video, which it's going to be. But you know, you're helping me out there. Make sure you're subscribed with your notifications turned on. Very, very important. I'm going to be doing more giveaways and things like that coming forward into the future. So if you do miss out on this one, then make sure you are subscribed with the notifications so you see all the videos when they go live. Second thing is comment down below, starting with Amazon FBA 2021. And then just let me know what you're struggling with, or you know what you foresee needing the most help with Amazon. So put that down in the comments. And the last thing you need to do, the third thing you need to do, is share this video on another social media like Instagram or Facebook and tag me in it. So if you're doing a story on Instagram, make sure you tag me, and my handles are just at the bottom down here. So on Instagram, Jonny Bradley UK, and on Facebook, my Facebook page is Jonny Bradley UK. Can't really get that wrong. So the rules really important, okay? So you can only enter once. You can enter as many times as you want, but it's not going to mean that you have more chance to win. The winner is going to be picked 30 days after publishing this video. So 30 days from the date that's underneath the video that says when it was published, that's when I'm going to be choosing the winner. The winner is going to be made aware by I'm going to reply to their comment on YouTube. So make sure that you do, if you get any notifications or emails from YouTube, you do check that out in 30 days time. That person is going to have 24 hours to claim their prize, and I'm going to explain how to claim it on that comment. If 24 hours pass, then I'm going to go and find someone else. Like I said, if you missed the 30-day cutoff, then subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one, because there will be more. And look, I just want to get started by giving a bit of context. If you are new to Amazon and you haven't kind of seen what's possible, I'm just going to be giving you some case studies throughout as we go through this video, just so you can understand a little bit more about how it works and kind of what's possible. So Matt and Michael, I'm obviously on the right, Matt and Michael just there. They said in this little interview, when I talk to people, I compare it to the property market where you have a huge investment and the returns are small, which is true. A rental property, you're making a few £100s a month. We're making that a day. And here's some of their financials. They started with about £3,500. First year generated over 100,000 in sales, 40% margin. So literally £40,000 profit from £3,500 invested, which is 11x ROI. Absolutely crazy, right? Really, really great success. And I've got many like this. We've got Jason from 1,500 up to £60,000 months. I've had someone do well over $1 million. Actually, they said it here. I know that says 700,000, but there's more than that now. Just joking. But never forget that, because you changed my life from 0 to 1 million per year. So this literally has the ability to change your life. Okay. And I want to be able to make more success stories like these people here, 10K and my 100K club members. Okay. So let's get into this straight away. The 3 elements that are integral to success on Amazon. So these elements that we're going to learn today is really just crafting what works over the past few years, and obviously when educating people and teaching people how to do this, making sure that it's replicable multiple times. So all of these things we're going to be talking about today are really important, and if you don't do just one of these things, potentially you will lose a lot of money. Okay, so the first thing is you need to find a product using up-to-date methods. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to find a product, or you'll find one that will most likely fail, i.e. lose money. And we don't want to lose money, right? You need to brand it and put it on Amazon without cutting corners. Otherwise, the competition will overtake you at some point, and you won't have consistent sales, i.e. you're going to lose money. And third is you need to launch it on Amazon and grow your sales using a predictable system. Otherwise, you're not going to know how to get customers, and you'll waste loads of money scrambling to try and make it work, i.e. lose money. That's what we're going to be covering today. But for all of those people that are pretty green to it, they're pretty new, let's just go over very, very quickly what is Amazon FBA. So this is what it is. It stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. And it's just a logistical process where Amazon fulfill your products from their warehouse. Now, the first thing you have to do is get the products to their warehouse. So normally what we do when we do FBA is you get your products manufactured in someone like China. It can be somewhere else if you want. You have your products shipped to the country that you're going to be selling in. And this is all done obviously by other people. And then your products are shipped from the airport or the seaport to Amazon's warehouse. So they have massive warehouses all around, multiple countries. From that point, Amazon put them on their shelves. So when a customer buys a product, they pick it off the shelf, they give it to the delivery guy, and then Amazon sends the product to the customer and then also deal with the returns. So that's kind of like the FBA and the private labeling process. Now, because of this, once it's set up, it actually becomes very, very passive, meaning that you can still work your job, take care of the kids, whilst also generating a side income. Most of my clients, have 9-to-5 jobs, they have kids, they have, a lot of commitments, but they still have their Amazon business running in the background, spending a few hours on it a week. Of course, it also has the ability to become your sole income because a lot of that heavy lifting is done by Amazon and done by couriers and done by, your manufacturers. So you're not actually having to go to the post office every day and all that sort of stuff. So generally, what do you not need to do? Have a physical shop or a warehouse, go to the post office every day, hire staff to run the business, build a website, run Facebook or Google ads. Instead, you're going to have your supplier ship your products to Amazon so you don't even have to touch them. You're going to use Amazon's platform to sell your product, and they spend millions making sure it works really well. And then you're going to use Amazon staff to send the products to customers. They'll make sure that it arrives quickly, and safely to the customer. You're also going to use Amazon staff to deal with refunds and returns. They'll deal with the customer and they will arrange everything. And then it's essentially just repeat the process as many times as you'd like. One question that always comes up very, very early on is how much money do you need? Now, you can't do this without any money. So if you haven't got 2 pence to rub together, this isn't going to work. You need to go and get money first because it's a physical inventory business. You need to buy stock to be able to sell it. But the key is that you need to have a budget, okay? If you have a budget of £500, then that's going to limit you quite a lot, but you can still work with it. But equally, if you have a budget of £5,000 or £50,000, again, it's a budget that you can work with. The main thing is that you don't just start and go, I'll see how it goes and see how much money I need, because you need to have a budget to then work back to then find out what you can spend on your products, on your marketing materials, and everything that you need to get the product launched. The timeline kind of looks like this. Now, there's a lot of moving parts with selling on Amazon, so you have to learn how to do it. Of course, you can learn by doing, but you are going to make mistakes, which potentially could be really costly. You then want to do some product discovery and really find these products. You're going to get samples, you're going to brand them, you're going to create an offer, and then you'll get to manufacturing. Now, this process can take anywhere from, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, right? It depends on how long you spend. If you take 5 months learning, then obviously it's not going to take 5 months to order a product. This process takes time. But the key thing is that it can be done in your spare time. A lot of this stuff can be done in the evenings. It can be done on the weekends. It doesn't have to be something you need to be doing within business hours. Like a lot of other businesses, you might need to be able to get hold of business owners on the phone, and you can only do that between office hours. So this is something you can be done, in your spare time, which is why I liked it initially when I started. So let's go through element 1. You need to find a product using up-to-date methods. Otherwise, you most likely won't find a product. And if you do, it's probably going to fail and you're going to lose money. Okay, so this is what everyone else says. So let me know in the comments if you've heard people say this. Hell, I've even said it before, but let me know if you've heard people say this, or you've just watched a video about how to sell on Amazon and they said this. Again, if it's my video, then apologize. This is an up-to-date video now. This is why I do one of these every year. It said, find a product that has high demand and low competition. And that just means low reviews. So if you've heard that, get in the comments and let me know where you've heard it from. So why do people say this? Okay, so high demand means that there are a lot of customers wanting to buy the product. That's good. That is very good. We do need that. Low competition means that most of the sellers have a low number of reviews. Okay, that's what that means. So essentially, it becomes easiest to stand out as a new seller as everyone has a low number of reviews. Okay, it's easier to stand out because you can get 20 and stand out and be like, oh, there's not that big a difference. At the start, you'll also have a low number of reviews. Therefore, it's easier for you to stand out. Okay. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. It should do. However, this is actually wrong, okay? Let me tell you why. So think about it. You're going to hear a lot from Captain Common Sense today, and any product that has a high demand, okay, a lot of people want to buy the product, will have, or eventually will have, high competition, right? So if you create a product without considering the long-term competition, you will eventually lose. Okay, if you start it today in a low competition market, even if it has the high demand, and you don't put the effort in to compete with the potential competition that will happen in the future, you're eventually going to lose because someone will come in and do it better than you. Okay. The other thing is that they're actually quite hard to find, those highest demand and low competition products. It worked a few years ago. Granted, it worked, but it just doesn't really work anymore. And the weird thing is, and the thing that really baffles me, is that you can look at videos that were published, this week, last month, within the last few months, last year on Amazon, that still talk about this technique. It just isn't the same anymore, and it doesn't work like this. And if you want a long-term business, don't do it, right? Don't do that method. And ultimately, this is why so many people start taking courses on FBA and never get started. They never end up buying products to sell because they can't find a product that meets this criteria of high demand and low competition. And if they do, they enter markets that end up being really saturated. So you have two options, right? These are the two options. One, use outdated techniques that everyone else still teaches, not be able to find a product, and eventually give up saying Amazon FBA doesn't work, right? That will happen. That's almost a guarantee. Or use a method that actually works today and will continue to work regardless of competition, right? So which one would you rather choose? If you've chosen option number 2, good. You're going to use the one product strategy, okay? And this is about launching a product for longevity, not just because it has low competition, okay? So here's how it works. First part is the same. You find a product that a lot of people are already buying, high demand. The second is we're not looking at competition. You might be thinking, so how are you gonna sell this product if there's loads of competition? Simple. First of all, understand the reasons why a customer is buying the product. I call this assessing customer needs or potential customer needs. The second thing is create a solution that meets those needs better than the competition, which I call the complete solution. Okay. Now the complete solution is made up of physical products. So this is obviously the actual product along with smaller physical products, digital products, ebooks, training guides, applications, video guides, anything that's digital, services and consulting, like a weight loss supplement might have a group call once per month on Zoom, community. So think of Facebook groups, like a baby product might have a free Facebook groups for parents to connect. Okay. So the complete solution is covering all bases. It's not just going, well, here's the physical product. You're thinking about the customer as a whole and what they want and how you can deliver it to them. So the first thing to do is find products to sell, right? Very, very simple. We still use things like Jungle Scout, Helium 10, which are websites like this where you can go onto and you can actually plug in your details. Say, I want to find products in the beauty category that sell for up to £20 and, do 500 or 1,000 sales a month. Just like using Rightmove or using Auto Trader, you can literally plug in the details. Once you find these products, you can go through and use something called a Chrome extension where you can assess the actual sellers. So all of the listings here, they are now in like a grid form or a table. So you can see these people, how much they're selling for, how many sales they're doing, the revenue, all that sort of stuff. So if we just zoom in on that, you'll be able to see how much people are making. So this is assessing if there's high demand or not. Okay, this is obviously a high demand market. People doing 40, 70, 60, 90 grand, 113,000 per month. So the next thing is you need to do is find out how cheap you can get that product. So air diffusers or oil diffusers, if you go on Amazon, they'll sell anywhere between 15 and 30 pounds, depending on the quality, depending on what the product is. On Alibaba.com, which is like the Amazon of suppliers, you'll be able to pick this up for anywhere between $2 to $5. Okay, very simple. Buy it for this, sell it for this. There's obviously some costs to the business, to the FBA fees and things like that, but there's going to be a profit at the end of it. Okay, example is sports water bottle. Okay, potential customer need might be people need to stay hydrated but always forget. You don't want to keep filling up your small water bottle all the time. You want to clear up your skin. You want to get rid of dehydration headaches. You don't want a flimsy bottle that will leak all over your laptop or your gym bag. And there's many, many, many more. The complete solution might be strong water bottle, leak-proof, environmentally friendly. And what I did is add a hydration reminder app and a fruit-infused water ebook, which people love. And what I was able to do is have the same product as my competition, but have a different offer, right? Same product, different offer. And what you need to understand is that people buy offers, not products. They buy the solution, they don't actually buy the product. So they can sell for £11 while I sell for about £15, but the cost of the product is pretty much the same. And this is when standing out actually becomes a lot easier, right? The reason why my clients get such great success is that most people selling on Amazon do not do this. Just go on Amazon yourself right now, maybe not now, in a bit, And you'll see most people don't put the effort in to really create a different offer for the customers. They don't add value in this way. Most sellers, granted, they just don't care about their customers. They're just trying to make some money. They don't actually care about the customers and if they love the product or not. Once you do, then you're going to dominate. Okay, once you really, really understand what the customers want and give them what they want, you will dominate. So just like Joe, he's a member of my 100K club, and he got some new stock in, and he did £16,000 in sales in just 2 days, a Saturday and a Sunday. He implemented the one product strategy, right? And after a year of selling, he still only sells one product, but he's been able to scale it to such high amounts because he's put a huge amount of focus into making that one product as good as it possibly can be. He used customer empathy. He understood the customers. He then created the complete solution, and the numbers do the talking. Competition, again, make sure if you haven't done this already, if you want to win access to the Seller Pro Academy and £1,000 cash, crazy giveaway, watch the full video. So you're doing all right so far. Make sure you subscribe with them notifications turned on. Comment below. We're starting with Amazon FBA 2021, and then maybe let me know what you need help with or kind of what you're struggling with. And that's really going to help me, see what people need help with, basically. Then lastly, third thing is share on something like Facebook or Instagram. Tag me in it so I can see that you've actually shared it. And my handles are below. So it's Jonny Bradley UK on both Facebook and Instagram. You can only enter once. You can enter multiple times, but it's only going to be counted once. And the winner is going to be picked 30 days from this video going live, which you can see underneath the video on YouTube. The winner, I'm going to comment on their comment, just letting them know that they've won. So keep an eye out for that. And then that person will have 24 hours to claim their prize. If not, I'm going to go and pick someone else to win. The next thing is that you need to brand it and put it on Amazon without cutting any corners. Otherwise, your competition will overtake you and you're not going to have consistent sales, i.e. you're going to lose money. So Captain Common Sense is back. Here he is. He strikes again. Unbranded t-shirt, you'll probably be able to buy for £5. They're not particularly worth that much. A branded t-shirt, however, probably £30 plus, for like an average, branded t-shirt. Obviously there's t-shirts that can go for way more, 100, 300, 400, 500, £1,000 for a t-shirt. But ultimately the product's pretty much the same, right? Or very, very, very similar. It's just the brand. Having a brand, having a well-branded product will add serious value to your product, right? And that means more profits. Any business wants more profit, right? All businesses want more profit. Yet most create really awful brands that no one would ever want to buy. Like if they're in a shop and you look at it, you're like, oh, I don't want to buy that. However, on Amazon, people are really lazy with their brands. Again, don't take my word for it. Go on Amazon, just look for yourself. And this is exactly the same thing I did with Hydrofuel. It's the same product, it's a different brand, but this brand here, Invul, and I'm sorry if this is your brand, but it's not a good brand, right? There's nothing that is really showing to me that they care about the customer's well-being. Whereas what we've done is really focus on the customer and trying to get them the results that they want, even though it's a water bottle, right? People still buy things for a reason. And this is why we get things like corporate orders, we get sponsorship deals and things like that. It's because the brand speaks for itself. So there's 3 elements to branding, okay? Know your niche. That's the first thing. Don't have a high-end like a health and beauty brand, but the branding is made for kids, or the branding is just not related to the actual niche that you're in. People just won't buy it if it doesn't make logical sense. Be a customer. This is so important. Go and research other brands, see which ones you like and analyze why. Buy the products, use the products, become a customer. The best way to gain empathy with your customers or potential customers is to be a customer. It can't get any simpler than that. The next thing is to create a brand vision. So before you've done logos and color schemes and all that, you need to go back and think about, what does our brand stand for? What is our vision? Why are we creating this brand? Customers know when you care. They can sense care and they can sense carelessness very easily when they pick up a product. They'll know if the business owners or the company cares about the product. So you're going to need to create a vision for your brand that aligns with your customers, something that your customers will relate to. For example, the vision for the Seller Pro Academy is, we're here to help ordinary people create extraordinary things, just one product at a time. That's something we stand behind. That's something we really march behind. And every single decision that is made is aligning to that vision. And when you do grow the business, you start hiring people if you need to, you start getting more products, you can all align towards that common goal and that common vision, which really helps the ethos of the company stand out. It really helps everyone make the right decisions, and customers will be able to sense the care that's gone into it. And ultimately, Amazon love brands, right? Amazon are pushing branded products more than ever to get rid of the cheap, low quality products out there. Amazon want to have happy customers, right? That's what they want. And if you're not creating happy customers, Amazon don't want you on their platform. They will eventually phase you out. And this is happening right now, especially over the last few months. This is really happening where they are focusing on brands. So if you don't brand your product, you're not going to be able to compete with the sellers that do it well, right? My students, all right? You guys watching this video here. Other people will do this and they will not put time into their brand. And if you're watching this and you're starting up an Amazon business and you're not putting effort into your brand, you need to stop and you need to backtrack and start doing that, because it will affect everything, right? It will absolutely affect everything. It will affect your success. The big misconception is that branding costs a lot of money. It doesn't cost much at all. In fact, it adds value to your product. So it's an investment, right? It gives you more profit, a higher brand, a better brand, which is mostly about theory. It's not even about having the best logo ever made. So those things that you might think cost a ton of money, they actually don't, but more importantly, they add value to the product, which means they make you money. Great investment. Just like Howard, he's done over 114, well, over £100,000, with just one product, a few variations, but basically just one product. And he has an incredible brand, right? You might have even seen it on TV. I won't say what it is, but this is something that, he really loves to do. He loves his brand, and that shows within what he's created, right? It shows within the brand. It shows within the outcome of what they're putting out into the world, into their marketing materials. Another great example is Fernando. So his company was actually valued at over £300,000 after just a few weeks. So this is his brand, Vegan Tech. Obviously, he's allowed us to show it, and it's a vegan supplement. I take it myself. So if you do want that sort of stuff, head onto Amazon and get some. But he loves his brand, right? He absolutely loves it, and he understands how much the brand is going to impact the success of the business. And he put a lot of time into it, but you can tell just by looking at it that he's put a lot of time into it. He really cares. And the byproduct of that is he has people on Instagram and fitness people, vegan fitness people, loving the brand and doing stories about it because they love what it means, right? They absolutely love what it means. The third thing is that you need to launch it on Amazon and grow your sales using a predictable system. Otherwise, you're not going to know how to get customers, right? And ultimately, you're going to waste money trying to make it work, and you will lose money. And I've seen this many, 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 many times. A lot of people that come to us that are existing sellers when they want to join the academy or want to get some bespoke consulting or something like that, most of the time is they don't know how to actually grow their sales. And this is a problem that is all over Amazon. So many people just do not know how to run advertising. So once you have a product set up and ready to go, all that's left to do is get sales, right? We use something called PPC, which stands for pay per click advertising. And most sellers have no idea how it works, right? And most people start running advertising without understanding really how it works. Most people start running advertising without a strategy to follow. Are these people likely to succeed? Just think about that. If they don't know what they're doing and they don't have a strategy, are they going to succeed? Or how, are they likely to succeed? Of course they're not. It's crazy talk, right? Captain Common Sense, here he is again, right? If you don't know how to get customers, you will not have customers. If you don't know how to get them, you will not have them, right? It's not going to be some magic, you put your products on Amazon and you just start selling all by itself, right? Potentially it could happen, but is very, 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 very unlikely. If you don't know how to get customers, you will not have any customers. So you need to first of all understand how advertising on Amazon works. It sort of works like eBay. So we've got Amazon on the left-hand side here. They're like the people, the person, I want to say judge, but that's not it. The person. And then you have all the sellers that are putting their bids in, saying, oh yeah, we're bidding, we want to bid on this, right? So if you would type in face mask and like a beauty face mask, it would come up with all of these results on Amazon, right? You probably recognize this. Now, on the first view, you can see it says sponsored just here, right? Just at the top. Now, what happens is that all of these people, all of these sellers put their bid in to say, I want to be first, second, third, fourth. I want to be at the top of this search result so that when customers search for face mask or the keyword that you're looking to search for, I come up near the top, which means the customer's more likely to click on your listing and more likely to buy your product. So everyone puts their bids in, okay? And just like eBay, you can put your bid in. So this highest bid, the person that's first might have bid 97 pence, or they might have even bid £1.50, but the winning bid was 97 pence. The second place one, 96, the third place, 92, fourth place, 88 pence, and so on. These are just kind of arbitrary numbers. And what happens is Amazon will get all of the bids. So let's say there's tons of, let's say there's 100 people all bidding on this keyword. They will put them in order of who has the highest bid to who has the lowest bid. And then any time you see a sponsored listing, it will basically go in increments of who paid the most, or who is willing to pay the most, and who's willing to pay the least. As soon as a customer clicks on one of these listings, then they pay Amazon. So as soon as this person here, so say if I'm a customer, I click on this person's listing, they then pay 88 pence to Amazon. And it's simply just a numbers game, because the more people that click on your listing tends to be the more people that buy your product. So there is a golden strategy, something we've been able to work out on how to do this very successfully, okay? Now, if you don't have a strategy, then most people will get stuck here, right? So revenue's up here, time is on the bottom. So we have three distinct stages: foundations, build, and accelerate. Most people get stuck here because they don't really know what they're doing, or a lot of courses teach this stuff up here, which you cannot do without these two steps right here. So they still get stuck down at the foundations because they're not being able to grow their revenue, growing their profit using their PPC. Now, if you do have a strategy and you follow this strategy, then you're able to get to this point within, probably a couple of months or so, and actually scale it up, optimize as you go, and scale it up in a predictable way. Okay, and that's where you want to be. That's where you want to be up here. Just like these two, right? Remember them from earlier? They were making around £10,000, just a touch over £10,000 a month from their product. I took them through the FBA strategy. Foundations, build, accelerate, FBA, smart. And they were able to add a huge amount of new revenue to their business, okay? So this is a very quick before and after. So before they had the strategy, they didn't really have a strategy. They were just plateauing. They were spending the same amount, every month on ads, and their revenue wasn't really going up. It was kind of stagnating. So they were getting about 25 sales a day. So it's still, a decent amount, but they didn't have a strategy. After they went through the strategy and just started to implement it over a 30-day period, they grew that to about 80 sales per day and had their first £1,000 day. And that's over a 3x increase. It added about another £400 of profit to their business every single day, right? But it doesn't just work for people that are already successfully selling. Phil is a great example where he was selling about a handful of products a day, but it was unprofitable. Total beginner, didn't really know, how to run ads at all. After 30 days, we're able to times that by 4, taking them up to 12, but importantly, go from being unprofitable to profitable. So rather than pay Amazon to sell the products, unprofitable, you're getting money back from Amazon. So you're profitable, your business is profitable, all within 30 days just by following that strategy, okay? And it means that if you have the right tools, you can launch a brand new product on Amazon, get PPC profitable within 30 to 60 days or so, where your competition is most likely running unprofitably for months and months and months. If you spend £1 to make £2, you created a money machine. And that's exactly what Richard said. So Richard was one of our clients, and he came to us, existing Amazon seller, never run PPC in his life, and we took him through the system, and he was able to literally create a money machine because he knew every pound he put in, he would be able to make £1 or more in profit extra on every single product. And importantly for him, he said, it's given me the confidence to launch more products on Amazon as I know how to drive traffic to my listings and I know it'll convert. And that's the key. If you know and you have a strategy, then you could foresee into the future. When you want to launch a new product, you can understand exactly what you need to do to get it to a profitable point as soon as possible. If you don't have a strategy, and you don't have a system, you're not going to know how to do that. It's going to be worrying, and most likely you'll make bad decisions and lose money. So if you use outdated methods, you're not going to find a product. Simple. If you don't brand your product, you're going to get squashed by your competitors. And if you don't have an advertising strategy, most certainly you're going to lose money. So with our systems, what we do is we use the one product strategy to identify products to sell that will allow you to build a real business that actually makes money. Okay, you'll brand your product properly, you'll stand out, be able to charge more and have customers want your product rather than, settle for it. And if you run ads with the strategy, you'll be ahead of 99% of the other sellers on Amazon on day one and succeed where, many give up. And look, I'm going to go through some examples here. There's literally millions just of results. And normally I would be like 21,000, 10,000. I'm not going to do that. You can pause the video and you can look through these if you really want to. But this just goes to show this stuff really works. This isn't stuff that I'm making up, I've regurgitated. This is stuff that works really, really, really well. We have hundreds of testimonials of this strategy and people doing it. Like it's absolutely crazy how well it works. And that's what really allows us to stand out at the academy, right? But the key is that if you're going to be doing this yourself, And if you're learning from YouTube, if you've taken a course or anything like that, you know, when they say things like, you know, high sales, low competition, and there's not really much branding detail that they go into, or much about, you know, the creating a vision for the company, or not much about PPC, you know, really think to yourself, take experience, right? Take knowledge from what I'm telling you and learn how to create a proper offer for your product, learn how to brand it and create a vision for your company, learn how to run PPC, because you will be more successful. It's just as clear as that. There's no other way to say it. The more knowledge you have, the better you create your product, the more your customers know that you care about them, the better you will perform. It's very, very simple. Okay. And that's just common business sense. So look, last time we're going to be looking at this competition. Okay. If you want to win access to the Seller Pro Academy, so you go through all of the training that every single person, every single case study you've seen today, and £1,000 cash in your pocket to put towards your business, watch the video in full. So if you get to this point, you've watched it, make sure you're subscribed with your notifications turned on. Comment down below Amazon FBA 2021. And if you need any help or you have any questions, just, you know, put that in the comment as well. And importantly, share this video on another social media platform. Instagram, Facebook is perfect. Well, that's the only ones, because that's the only ones I'm on. And tag me using the handles below. So on Instagram, it's at Jonny Bradley UK. On Facebook, it's Jonny Bradley UK. Rules, okay, you can only enter once. You can enter multiple times, but only one will be relevant, will be accepted. And the winner is going to be picked 30 days after the publishing of this video, which you'll be able to find underneath the title. I'm going to reply to the comment on the winner, and they're going to have 24 hours to access their prize, right? And I'm going to let them know how. And if they haven't, I'm going to pick someone else. And again, if that doesn't happen after 24 hours, I'm going to pick someone else. If you missed the 30-day cutoff, so if you're watching this video after that point, subscribe, turn on notifications, check out new videos when I release them, because I will be doing more competitions as we go through into the future. The final thing I'm going to leave you on today is, if you do want to look at joining the Seller Pro Academy, very simply click the link in the description, scroll down the page, pick a date and time, jump on a call with us, enter your details. We'll spend about 30-45 minutes going through our strategy in more detail, answering some questions, and if it's a good fit, if this isn't a case that we hand it out to everyone, if it's a good fit for everyone, we'll invite you to join. And if it's not a good fit, we'll try and point you in the direction of something that is going to be a little bit more applicable for you. So that is the end of this video. Make sure you get into this competition, because I will be picking a winner after 30 days. You're going to kick yourself if you know, there's like only 100 comments and you could have had 1 in 100 chance of winning. Make sure you comment, right? If you don't do that, you definitely won't get in. If you don't share it, you're not going to be able to win as well. And this is a really, really great opportunity for hopefully one person. The other thing I may do is pick more winners to get free copies of my book. So I'll send them out to people, and, you know, other freebies that I may kind of want to add in there as well. So there may be some surprises. So go and do that right now. Make sure you are subscribed with your notifications turned on. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.